Hi everyone. I wanted to give a quick video update. My name is Brenda. I have been on a GLP-1 tirzepatide Zepbound for about, I think I'm on week 18, I want to say, week 19. And it's been a while since I've given an update. The last update I gave was week 11. So I have been on 5 milligrams now going into, I think this might be my 4th month. I am down into the 170s now, and I'm knocking on the 160s door. I'm very close to 169. I have fallen off from doing a lot of video updates, so I apologize for that. My life has been kind of crazy right now. Not crazy in a bad way, just busy, crazy. Um, I was outside doing some yard work a couple of weeks ago, and I had gotten bit by some kind of spider. I was outside raking pine needles, and I got bit right here on my chest. And I didn't think anything of it, you know. I was like, "Ow, I don't even know what bit me." As I was raking, I felt it, but I immediately just shoved it away, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. And I went on with my business. My daughter was outside jumping in her trampoline on the swings in the backyard stuff. Came into the house and I looked at it. I was like, wow, that was a pretty bad bite, you know? About that night, I started to get this red line that started to take off and go this way. And I thought, oh, this is interesting. I've never had a bug bite like this before. So I watched it and I thought, okay. So the next day, I promised my daughter that we would go to Six Flags. We live in California. So I promised her that, you know, we'd go to Six Flags the next day. She really wanted to go. I took her older brother with us. And, you know, as we were standing in line for the rides and everything, even strangers and, you know, people I've never talked to in my life, I had a shirt on and you could look at it, and even strangers were like, that doesn't really look good. And what was that? And I was like, oh, I got bit by a bug and stuff. And they're like, that line isn't normal. I don't think you should be having a line like that. So as the day progressed, I noticed the line had started to move further and further away, this red line. And so, you know, we got back home in the evening, and my husband didn't go with us. He was at work all day, and it was on a Saturday, and he works in construction, so he's a busy guy. But you know, I showed my husband and I said, you know, this bug bite happened, you know, yesterday, and this line is growing from it. And he was like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not a doctor. And I was like, well, neither am I. You know. Um, He's like, I don't know. Should you make an appointment and go see your doctor? I was like, I'm almost wondering if I should maybe go to an urgent care or something, or have it looked at, or at least checked out. And so it was about 6 o'clock at night. So I was thinking, you know, I don't even know if there's any urgent cares open where I live. So I thought, well, okay, I'll go to the emergency room. And I thought, I'm not dying. I'm not bleeding to death. It's so odd that I'm even have this urge to go see a doctor. So I went to the emergency room where we live, and I went into where you check in, and I showed them at the front counter and stuff, and I said, you know, if you think this is silly, I'll just go home and just wait until tomorrow to see if I can get into an urgent care on Sunday. And you know, the lady that was looking at it said, no, I've had something similar like this before, and you really need to be seen by a doctor. That red line coming out like that is not normal. And I thought, are you sure? I was like, this is kind of just, you know, if you think this is silly, I'll just, you know, go. So anyways, she checked me in and she said, it's a slow night tonight. And She said, I'd like for the doctor to see you in the emergency room. And I thought, okay. So as I was sitting there, I was maybe sitting there maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and they called me back in, had me check in and everything. And the doctor, this poor ER doctor, I felt so bad. He came right up to me and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm not dying in a corner and I'm not bleeding to death. I'm so sorry to take you away from your busy schedule tonight. Um, Maybe you can just take a look real quick, and if I'm silly, then tell me to go away, you know? And he looked at it and he said, no, he said, that's a really good bug bite. And he said, and that's not good that you have a red line going off like that. And it's really good that you came by, because I can't remember what he called it, but he said that I needed some kind of strong antibiotic immediately to get that red line to stop. I guess it was getting ready, or was it my blood system? I'm not sure what it was or how it got where it was going, but the line was literally taking off and growing as I was even sitting, and it was trying to get to like my lymph node. The doctor said lymphangitis. I don't know what he called it, lymphangitis or something like that. And it was trying to go for my lymph nodes under my armpit. And he said, no, you need antibiotics immediately. This is really good that you came by. Who knows how far it would have gotten by tomorrow. So I immediately got put on this, I can't even think of the name of the antibiotic I got put on, but it was a 14-day course of antibiotics. And when the nurse released me, the nurse kind of scared me a little bit and said, so it's going to look a little worse over 24 hours. It might grow a little bit more, but eventually this medication's going to get in there and start taking care of things. And it did. It did get in there and it did start taking care of things. And the ER doctor even said, you're going to start to see the line retreat back as the antibiotics are working. And I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting to watch. In my 48 years of life, I have never been bit by a bug or a spider that had caused some type of line to grow. But I guess if you get a line from a bite or something, you might want to go have that looked at by a doctor, because that's not normal for it to grow. I guess he said that if it would have gone unchecked, it could have turned into something like sepsis or something. So as I got home and I started getting on the internet and reading everything, I thought, my gosh, I guess it was a good thing I kind of went in and had this looked at, although I felt so bad going in and taking time away from doctors and nurses like that. I thought, who wants to deal with some type of skin bug bite? It's the most silliest thing in the world. But I'm glad I went in, because that night was kind of funny. I had quite a few nurses stop by, checking it out, taking measurements. And I thought, really, is this that serious? But I guess, to them, I'm so thankful that they took it seriously and looked at it. And I'm glad I went with my hunch to have a doctor look at it. I thought, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive bill for me to pay than a urgent care or just a typical doctor's visit. But I'm glad I went. I literally watched this red line retreat over the next 14, 15 days. And, but the nurse scared me upon leaving the hospital, because they said if the line continued to grow or get more aggressive, that I immediately needed to come back to the ER, because they were going to need to put me on something stronger. And so that part scared me. And when I went home, I started looking at stuff on the internet, and I thought, well, this is not good, because now I'm going down this like weird internet rabbit hole of WebMD stuff, and I am by no means a doctor or a nurse. So I thought, I need to get off this website, because it's scaring me to death over what could happen. And yeah. So anyway, so that was another reason why I didn't do an update for a few weeks. But let's see, let's go back to Zepbound, and let's go back to what's going on. I had asked my doctor if I could stay on 5 milligrams for another month. I have decided not to titrate up. 5 milligrams is working really good for me. I'm losing about 4 pounds a month, I would say, and it's a really good weight loss. My side effects, when I first when I did my last 11-week checkup, I told you guys I was having insomnia and stuff like that. That's not the case anymore. I am not having insomnia or anything like that anymore. I did have a few side effects of nausea, and I had some abdominal pain from it a little bit in the very beginning of going from 2.5 milligrams to 5 milligrams, and that had stopped, and it is better now. I don't have those side effects now. I'll have to get a before and after picture to show you the difference. A lot of my family members are saying that they're starting to see a big difference now in my previous weight of when I started and my weight now. But I guess that would make sense if you've lost about 30 pounds. I'm 5'2", I'm pretty short. So, you can see it a lot more on someone like me and my stature and my height. I don't really have the height to hide my weight, so it pretty much just sits on me pretty heavy. So losing 30 pounds and being such a short person, I guess you can see the big difference. Let's see. So I'll try to do it. The next update I'll try to see if I can put up or show you pictures side by side. I'm not too great with technology and stuff and phones. So I'll see what I can do to show you a previous picture, and then maybe I'll just show you what my body looks like now. We'll do that. But if you have any questions, or if you want to reach out to me about 5 milligrams and Zepbound, please reach out to me in the comments. I'll respond back. I am going to continue on. I am probably I think I'm about 30 pounds away from my, getting ready to be about 30 pounds away from my goal weight. So I'm thinking I might be on this for another 6 to 7 months. I have my doctor's visit finally coming up on Monday, so maybe I'll do an update after that because I have blood tests and everything else that need to be done. I was hoping the last time I did the video that maybe I could eliminate metformin, but you know what? It's looking more like maybe Zepbound might be able to be eliminated someday. Maybe my maintenance might be metformin. I don't know. We'll have to see what my blood sugar levels are coming in at right now lately. I feel like things have been pretty stable. I haven't really had to go for any quick juices or hard candies if my blood sugar has been fluctuating. So, I don't know. I'm really curious to see what that's going to look like once I get down to my goal weight and what my blood sugar levels are going to be, if they get stable or if they get normal to where I might not need the medication. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if this is something that I might have to be on for the rest of my life. I don't know. My wallet can't handle Zepbound, so I'm so thankful for the Lilly company for having their savings card. I'm still not happy about my insurance not covering it, but you know, what can you do, huh? So, I know these are questions I'm going to have for my doctor once I get into a point where I'm going to have to do maintenance on my own. But I'll do another check-in after my doctor's visit, see what my doctor says, and might have some more information to share. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys all have a great day, and hopefully the next time I check in, I will be in the 160s. I'm really close. I am like 2 pounds away from the 160s from starting my journey at a little over 200 pounds. So, and that was not too long ago. So, if you go back and watch my previous videos, you'll see what my starting weight was. But other than that, I'm doing great on the 5 milligrams of Zepbound, and my side effects are extremely minimal, and we're just going to keep chugging along. So, hopefully you guys tune in for my next update. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.